Hi all, welcome back to my channel. I hope you might have seen my huge book haul till now, and I'm back with another video on another Sunday. What a unusual way of me being back on YouTube, right? Because obviously life takes on and I don't edit. But today I'm going to shoot a video which I had shot earlier, but I didn't realize while shooting it that the footage was so shaky that it was just unrescuable and I couldn't use it at all. I tried everything in my hands, but it was just not walking, so I am shooting it again now. But I hope this new energy is better than the before one. The video today is me showing you what were my top 5 books in the first half of the year, though we are in the eighth month. And that is why I said that I wanted to shoot it before I shot it before, but then I didn't edit it at that moment instantly because then the whole protest thing happened and I just didn't want to push any content at that particular point of time. So I just skipped it, and then when I viewed that footage later, it was just not working. So better late than never. So this is going to be top 5 books. um and I will start with a book which my brother has lost the physical copy of, which is This Could Change Everything by Jill Mansell. I honestly loved that book so much that I thought that I want to read more and more from this author, though I didn't start immediately, but I didn't realize that I had another book from her, which is in top 5 only, because I don't know how I missed on her, and I just love her writing. I just love how she does the whole plot, even in this book. The most memorable thing for me is always going to remain one small boy. So, in the start of the book, one of the main characters rescues a boy from stealing, and that boy wanted to become a zookeeper. So, there is a whole conversation between the two people, and then he mentioned that to become a zookeeper, you need to visit the zoo every day for a year, and that lady basically helped him. And by the end of the book, he became a zookeeper. So, and it came on the news channel, in fact. So it was very hard, like it was very heart touching moment for me, that even that small character in the first chapter is being remembered till the last chapter. So it was just amazing how she collaborated everything in that book. And I so hope that since it is Rocky season, my brother gets me back the physical copy of that book, but never mind. The second book is Gita Gonda Go by Akriti Bansal. I want to do a long format video on it, because I just want to talk and talk and talk about this book. It is so good. And you know what is more fascinating about it is that even though the name says Gita, it is not a religious book. And I love it for that, because honestly, even my understanding of Gita is that it tells you how to live life, and this is exactly what happens with this book. So in this book, there are 11 chapters, and in all the 11 chapters there is someone or other who is in a sort of trouble, and then there comes a character named Kanan, obviously inspired by Kana, Krishna. So and that character uh, describes how to get rid of that, or like how to work through that particular situation, that particular tough situation, rather. And it is just so amazing that he tells it through the Gita shlokas, but he never um, forces religion on them. So that is why I really really adore this book. Also, I think, and I have said this in in another one of my videos somewhere, that a lot of people have The Secret as their holy sake book, but I think Gita on the Go is that for me. And I would, and I really really hope that I keep that this promise to myself, that I read this book every year no matter what happens. So yeah, this is the second book. And then there comes A Shimla Affair by Srishti Chaudhary. Obviously there is so much to say about this book, but I just love how Srishti Chaudhary is doing her stuff, and she doesn't care about anybody else, in terms of that her plots are so unusual. Like, who will think that she wants to make three women in the time of independence, almost the heroes, or the heroines rather. So I think this book stands out even more than any of her other books. I loved Once Upon a Curfew also. I read that also this year only. It like she is doing such an amazing job. And then there comes One Small Act of Kindness by Lucy Dillon. uh, so this book is a slow book, but at the same time it just keeps you connected or like intrigued in it so much, because one of the characters, Alice, loses her memory in this book, and it is so fascinating to continuously see how much she struggles and how she gets back to her feet and finds what happened before the accident that made her lose her memory. Also, another thing is that this book is so much about female friendship, because the person because Libby, who saves her or like rescues her or whatever you want to say, that who extends a hand of kindness to her, is also helped by allies in some way or other. And the two girls, how they um, give each other so much support is so adorable, because I think very less books are actually based on the female friendships. Even the book that I read in August was one of them, but the way this book does, it's so good. I think I remember I read another book, the Other Woman's Shoes, and that was also a good one on the lines of female friendship. So if you are interested in female friendship books, then I think this is a good one. And then, as I said, I have another Jill Mansell book, so obviously Nadia knows best. And uh, a funny thing about this book is that uh, I have sent the last chapter of this book, only the last chapter. It's like 5 6 pages, I believe. Um, Wait. Yep, it is just 5 pages, and I've sent the photos of that to my friends and cousin, and I just asked them, read this one chapter. And everybody was like, last chapter पढ़ के कैसे interest आएगा हमको, why are you sending last chapter? It's, if you want us to read it, send the whole book. But I was like, no, just read the last chapter and you will want to read the whole book. That is how good this book is, because the last chapter does not like, the last chapter needs context to the whole book, obviously. But even if you don't have any context, the last chapter is so fun. And I personally loved it, because uh, throughout the book I was rooting for this couple, Jay and Nadia. Nadia, obviously the main character from the cover, name of the book also. I was rooting for them so much, and in the end they are together. So, and I don't even think that it should be kept a secret, because throughout the book you will want them to be together, and then in the last chapter you will see what Jay does to get her is chef's kiss. So I really adore this book. And the even the shorts or reel that I made about this book started with me telling that I narrated the whole story to my cousin in the gym, and she was so interested. These were the 5 books that I really enjoyed in the first half of the year. As I've told in the other video also, that because I have so many new books now and I'm so interested and so intrigued in reading them, so I think a lot of videos are going to come your way. And let me know if you want a whole long format video on Gita on the Go, because I was thinking I can do a chapter 2 chapter summary sort of a thing for this book. And if you are interested, you know what to do. Comment down below, and you will get the video very very soon, because I really want to make it in this year, only because I read it this year. So I want to mark that year. And then maybe next year when I reread it, I can share my new learnings, because I think it is going to be one of those books which will give me new learnings every year. So yeah, subscribe to the channel, because a lot of videos are going to come your way.